A Bronx Tale, presented by our friends at OKC Broadway, is at the Civic Center Music Hall here in downtown Oklahoma City. Runs through Sunday. I'm Dave Morris, alongside two of the stars of A Bronx Tale, and I appreciate you guys' time. Michelle Aravena, Richard Blake. Great to meet you both.
Nice to meet you.
You smell like sandwiches.
No, don't say that on me.
Here's where I'm going with this. They're doing the press junket today, so they're hopping from media opportunity to media opportunity. And I'm like, hey, this is cool. They're in our street side studio. But no, they were making sandwiches and cannolis earlier.
That's right, we were.
And sorry,
And we still smell like
making
it.
some Italian hoagies.
and I've got no fun activity to offer you. My apologies.
That's okay. We're hoagie making out. So we're
we're exhausted.
We're exhausted from that.
Were you good at the hoagies?
I mean,
And
I
the
think
cannolis.
I kind of think I'm like
skill
a.
that came natural. Or?
I mean, he was
I'm
actually
kinda like a sandwich
professional. It was
artist,
crazy.
I
I was
think.
like, where do you
Sandwich
get all
artist?
these skills from?
Yeah, I think I have. If this acting thing doesn't work out after
But you
35
grew up in
years,
Italy, you said.
I grew up in an Italian restaurant. My father owned an Italian restaurant, but my uncle had
a pro.
like an Italian delicatessen. Yeah, sort of just like that. Like a
So you
like a
felt
hoagie
right at
shop.
home.
Yeah. So
jack
I
of
was used to
all
the sandwich
Jack
shop.
of all trades.
Yeah.
It's very hard to keep up with Richard Blake. But I do my
for
best.
me, yes.
Well, the stars of A Bronx Tale is Broadway's hit new musical. Again, it's at the Civic Center Music Hall. Runs through Sunday, and last night was opening night. How was it?
It was great.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, it was great. The audience was great. We had a lot of great responses and felt nice and warm and welcoming, which is good.
How was the Civic Center and the stage and all that? I mean, because you guys
theater's
have spent
amazing.
your
Beautiful.
life.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's
2,400 seats
Yeah,
or
it's
something?
huge.
Huge.
It goes. Yeah, it's really pretty. Like in the way the audience goes up, it's really. The theater is very, very.
It's nice for us too
nice.
because it goes up instead of back.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
So it feels
That's right.
still with like such a massive house. It still feels really intimate, which is good for a show like this.
Yeah.
As performers, what do you look for, perhaps, in the theater from the stage? What are the things that you notice? Because we notice the people on the stage and the talent and the acting and the set design, but you guys, you've got that in your environment and behind you. What do you see?
Well, it's always interesting because there's one line in our show that like really, it's like kind of like the first time you hear someone speak on stage. And it kind of sets up the vibe for our show a little bit. I'm not going to say what the line is, but we can always tell on stage or backstage what our audience is going to be like by that, the reaction to that first line. Yeah,
that.
so that's always interesting for us because we're always like.
And it's not necessarily good or bad. It's
No.
just the
Different.
type of audience,
Yeah.
the way they're going to respond to things. You know, the end result at the end when the show's over and we do our bow is kind of always the same. But it's interesting. Some audiences find other things funnier, some things more dramatic.
Yep.
You know, it's just it depends.
Yeah.
And it
That's
is
the beauty of theater.
It is
right?
beauty theater. And what we like, I tell you, one of the things that's nice is when the audience is not too far away. Because we can feel the audience, we can feel their energy. And sometimes the orchestra pit is so large that it creates such a space. And that's here, it's not that case, it's great. We have, the audience close enough that
You can tell they smell
We
like
like them
sandwiches.
as close as
they're
possible.
gonna smell the hoagies.
Well, tonight they're going to smell.
Yeah, the front row is gonna smell the hoagies tonight.
That's awesome.
Sorry.
Set us up for it. If people go, what can they expect? What is the story of A Bronx Tale, basically?
Well, the story is based on the life story of Chaz Palminteri. When he was 9 years old, he witnessed a killing outside of his apartment, and he didn't rat the mob boss who did the killing out. So the gangster, who in the show is named Sonny, took him under his wing, and then we play his parents, and it's kind of this struggle between his family that he loves and kind of the gangster mob boss lifestyle that he would love to live.
Looks glamorous.
Yeah, it's glamorous, and so it's the struggle for his future, if you will. And it's got everything. It's a testosterone-driven show, so it's a great show for guys who have never seen theater before, or
It's that safe entry into the world of
Yes.
theater.
Yeah, I mean it is. It's
Truly,
gritty.
truly.
It's got fights. But it's also a traditional musical too. It's got the love story and amazing dance numbers and this and that. But it's Jersey Boys meets West Side Story. You know.
Gotcha.
Meets Goodfellas.
Meets Goodfellas. Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Well, what's not to love about
Right?
that combination?
Absolutely.
Come on.
Right. Absolutely. And if
right.
you're fans of the movie, you're gonna love the show too.
All right, very good. Again, Bronx Tale, Civic Center Music Hall runs through Sunday. Michelle, what got you into theater?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Michelle, what got you into theater?
We actually both grew up in this business. We started. I started performing professionally at the age of 9. I was lucky that I lived in Connecticut, so it was very close to New York. So had a lot of exposure to theater, and I started as a dancer. And you know, my dance teacher was like, "We should see if she wants to do the musical." And then, literally, I've done nothing else since then. And we actually performed together when we were kids.
Yeah, we worked on
back in the day
on Broadway in 19
Oh.
something.
Long time
Yeah,
ago.
I was 14, I think, and you were
I
like
was
11.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
And this
so
is
we
the
were
first
so-
time we've worked together since then. Yeah.
Cool.
Isn't that crazy?
Did you know coming into this, hey, I know him, I know her?
Well, we did the Broadway
Yeah.
production together
Yeah.
too. So.
And you know, it's a small world, our industry. So we've run into each other through various other friends who have worked with each other. You know,
We're all friends
yeah.
in this
So we're all
business,
friends.
yeah.
And you know, she's done shows she did, like West Side with a lot of my friends, and vice versa. You know, with other
Both
shows.
did
so-
Jersey Boys at different times.
At different times,
Gotcha,
we both did
gotcha.
the show. Yeah.
Richard, what got you into theater?
It's
What-
like a child star.
Segue from, you know, Delhi to the
Tell him the
stage.
big one. Tell him the big one.
I don't even know
That
what
you
you
were
want.
the youngest person on the.
I'm the youngest person to ever have their name above the title of a Broadway show. She likes to put that out there. It's,
I mean, come on, that's huge.
That's awesome.
it is, and it's great. Yeah, no, yeah, I was clumsy.
Name, bright lights, you.
Yeah, Richard
youngest
Blake.
Young
ever.
age?
Yeah. I was clumsy, and so my parents put me in a gymnastics class to learn some dexterity, and from there, I started taking tap dancing because they taught that at the studio next to it. And at a dance competition, I was discovered by an agent when I was 8 years old, and they asked me to go out for a show, and I got it, and I've been working since. I haven't done anything else ever.
You have
like
lifers
this.
here.
Yeah, well,
like-
Lifers.
congrats to you both for
Yes.
successful
Yes.
careers and the longevity.
Thanks, yeah.
Did you ever have stage fright? Did that ever spook you in any way?
I still have stage fright sometimes.
Do you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What,
I think.
what would,
but
what would
I,
make you apprehensive?
One, I don't like knowing who's in the audience. So if there's ever like celebrities that come or like any kind of person that, you know, we would have to kick it up a notch for, I'm always like, don't even tell me who's out there. I much prefer performing to an audience of strangers. That's just me personally.
Interesting.
So yeah, anytime I know, like I was doing, well, I won't. Anytime I know that there's someone big out there, I get a
Gotcha.
little
Now
bit
the
of
president's at another show.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's honestly my wife or my parents.
Really?
Those are the ones that I get most
That's
ironically
adorable.
nervous about. Which, you know, they're the ones who have to love me no matter what, and yet they're the ones that like I always get nervous
Oh,
about.
that's
Yeah,
sweet.
is when
makes
they're
sense.
out there, but yeah, no, I mean, we love it.
Interesting. You're interested in golf. You mentioned that you've been to Oklahoma
I'm
City
a
before.
little obsessed with it.
We've lost Michelle.
She's checked out. Yeah.
But that's a passion of yours.
It is
golf?
definitely a passion of mine. I hope to golf. It's supposed to be really nice weather the next 2
know.
days, and I plan on getting out.
When did you guys
Thursday,
get to
Friday.
town?
Monday.
Yes.
Yeah, so you saw
yeah.
you
Monday,
felt the coldness.
Yeah. Well, I mean, our last Tuesday, we came from Minneapolis a couple weeks ago, and it was
Yeah, we
like
got
10
nothing.
below.
Yeah,
so.
you mentioned Connecticut. You know all about cold.
We were in
Yeah.
Fayetteville last week and it was snowing there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
But you're right. The weather should be fantastic for some weekend of golf.
I'm looking forward to getting out tomorrow and Friday.
And your kiddo, you mentioned he's into golf.
Yeah, my son. I have a 7-year-old son who is actually a much better golfer than I am. Yeah, no, he's got a gorgeous swing. That's
awesome.
And you know, my dream is to caddy for him someday.
No, that's cool.
I think he's gonna sing and dance. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's what she wants. I don't know.
you're a big fan.
I'm not
of it.
even the mother.
She's not the mother.
His son's
She just
singing
wants.
dance.
She just thinks that my son should
Oh,
be a
he's
star.
so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's the best. He's a good
Yeah.
kid.
My wife and I were a little bit like, I don't know. My wife was a performer as well, and so you know, we're sort of in the vein of like, let's just see where he goes.
See how
I'm
this
like,
plays
no,
out.
This is
Yeah,
the
let's
best
see this
life ever. We have so much fun.
We do.
All the kids into the business.
Do you enjoy it, Michelle? Life,
Yeah, right.
life on the road and
I
theater?
mean,
Because that's not for everybody,
It's
right?
not for everybody.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. And again, like to have two people that have been doing this since childhood and we're still doing it now in our adult life, like that's actually not as common either. You have to really love what you do because
would think
it's
so.
a hard, unique lifestyle.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. Very non-traditional.
Yeah.
so he's able to golf while he's on the road. Do you have any side hobbies, projects that you like to do on the, whether you're on the road or at home, I guess?
Well, I love my yoga, so
Okay.
it's always fun to like find.
We saw that
This is
coming.
why we get along so well. It's always fun to find, you know, the yoga school in whatever city. And
Are
but
you a
I
hot
also,
yoga person or just
I'm
regular?
a hot yoga
Okay.
person. Yeah. I also travel with a dog, so I'm actually driving the tour.
What?
Yeah, so I drive from city to city, whether that's 12 hours, 15 hours
My
on a
goodness.
day off. Yeah, so I have, which I prefer. I just like the
Some you time.
I like the me time, and I just like being able to get in my car and drive. So,
Are you on the radio? Are you listening to podcasts? Are you just talking to the
you
dog?
know what I do a lot because it keeps him calm? This is gonna sound crazy, but I sing. So, it's not stupid.
I don't think that's stupid.
But
That's
it's
what
like,
you do.
I mean, it's like kind of like my time to catch up on musicals that I don't know. You know, when we're lucky enough to kind of work pretty consistently, but because you work consistently, you don't really find the time to like
to see.
other
Gotcha,
musicals
yeah. On
and
the same
stuff
schedule,
like that.
yeah.
So
Yep.
that's really what I do on my drives is I sing to a soundtrack. That's the dorkiest thing I've ever said, but
Yeah, it's
here I am, world. Here I am.
What type of dog?
Boston Terrier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, he's a maniac. They all know him. Yeah, he's
Reggie.
a maniac.
Reggie.
But he's kind of like the
Reggie.
cast
We know
mascot.
Reggie.
He's the cast
now.
mascot,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Huh. Very cool. I was going to ask, do you have any sort of travel tips? Are you a smart luggage type person? You know?
No, that's
Or-
why I travel with a car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Shove everything in the car.
I am, you know, I think a couple of cities ago, my wife and son were visiting me, and my wife actually took a picture of my luggage, like open, because I'm a little OCD.
Super neat.
What's the lady's name? Marie Como? It's the Netflix lady who's just got that show of how to pack,
Yes.
how to organize your life.
Yes, I can't think of her name right now, but I do know exactly what you're talking
Paige,
about.
feel free to chime in if you
chime
know
in
who this
there.
is.
But yeah, I have like a system. Everything is folded and has its own place and compartment, and
You're that
so
guy.
I'm that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little. Yeah.
So he's good on tour.
Yeah.
I have a car. I just throw everything in the car.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about the weight of the luggage, you know. Yeah.
Go see these two. See how much fun they are? See
We're
them
a lot of
on
fun.
stage. They may even make you a sandwich. I don't know.
Or cannoli.
Or cannoli.
Depends if you want dessert after the show.
It's a Bronx Tale. Again, it's at the Civic Center Music Hall. I should mention there are $26 rush tickets that are available. It's at the Civic Center. It runs through Sunday. There's a website I need to mention here somewhere that has,
OKCivicCenter.com. OKCCivicCenter.com.
I believe OKCBroadway.com may get you there as well. Which we certainly appreciate our friends at OKC Broadway for all of their help. Guys, it's great to meet you.
You too.
Thank you so much. Have fun here in Oklahoma City.
Thank you so
Thanks.
much.